Was good. Mm-mm-mm. Mm-mm, 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 mm-mm. What's up, Tuxedes? Some Chinese food, boy. Uh-huh. What's up, Peso? Finally, yeah, some UFC. Let's go. What's up, McCoy? What are you talking about? Hello, darkness, my old friend. Oh, the Adele song? Thoughts on Gaethje pulling out and Volk stepping up on short notice for champ status? You know Volkanovski would. Patty isn't as dangerous. Hello from the other side. All right, so no. Sorry, guys. I must have called 1,000 times to tell you I'm sorry for breaking your heart. Adele is quaking. What's up, Johnny? I was thinking, I hope you stream tonight. Let's go. Well, I appreciate it, man. It's good to know that people actually look forward to my streams. I appreciate it. It makes me want to come back and do more streams. Voice of an angel, goosebumps. It's really good to hear your voice. Say my name, it sounds so sweet. Mm-mm-mm. Bunny, you made me laugh snot on my shirt. Why, dude? What did I do? Hello from the outside. Impression of Dana saying what to Morales pulling out of the JDM fight due to AIDS? Hey Dana, they actually said Morales was scheduled to fight JDM, but he actually had to pull out with AIDS. What was your thoughts on that? Yeah, what's the question? Yeah, Conor McGregor's coming back at the White House. I'm encouraging Unc to keep hanging up with the boys. I know you get it. What's up, buddy? That's it, dude. What's up, buddy? Dana White's so mentally checked out, dude. It's crazy. Hey, Unc, big fan of the streams. How do I red pill my mom on trends? I work at a shit. Any book recommendations? Yes, Green Eggs and Ham. If you are what you say you are, a superstar, and have no fear of the cameras here, the microphones, they want to know. Oh, yeah. Yeah, I know that song. If you are what you say you are. I see that on a lot of YouTube shorts. Thoughts on Clav, Fuentes, Tate Brothers, and Sneeko literally causing a local emergency at Miami clubs. Couldn't give any less of a fuck. No offense, brother. If I gave any less of a fuck about Andrew Tate and Nick Fuentes, dude, it'd be illegal. That's how much of a. That's how many lack of fucks I have to give. Fuck Nick Fuentes, yeah, little fucking rascal of a thing, yeah. Fuck him, little fool. Slap the nose off him, yeah. Tate's fall off need to be studied. If I have to watch O'Malley, Patty, and Arnold Allen lose after 6 weeks of no UFC, I'm going full BJ Penn. So you're gonna go to a nightclub and get knocked out by a random guy off the street, and then you're going to think your entire family's being cloned and that birds are spies for the government and the whole 9 yards. You know. What's up, big baller? Bro said gunk. What's up, gunk? Thoughts on Sean not walking out to If You Are What You Say You Are versus Marab 2? Will he this time? I don't know. Dude, Sean O'Malley walking out into I'm Proud to Be an American was so cringe. Alan genuinely sounds slow on the embedded. Silva's hurting that boy. You know it. You know it. Andrew Tate's boxing match was unbelievable. All that tough talk and self-promotion to look helpless in a fist fight. I know. And then he, like, talked about the guy Chase Demore like he was, like, Muhammad Ali. He was like, yeah, Chase is a real champion, man. Like, calm down, buddy. You just fought a YouTuber. John Silva by flying knee. Hey, I've seen crazier. Estimate the percentage of MMA fans that became retarded because of Joe Rogan. I'm going to say 15%. Big fan of green eggs and ham. How do I green pill my uncle on green eggs and ham? I work at Egg House and ham recommendations. Shut your bitch ass up, Scrimpo. What's good? What's good? What's good, man? What's up, cuz? Run it up, run it up. Pull it up, pull it up. Watch it all fall off. Remember when that bold idiot fucked Masvidal said beats Prime GSP? Yeah, that was the most delusional thing Joe Rogan's ever said, arguably. Gonna get myself a horrible CTE from bashing my head into a wall. Only one I can think is genuinely losing of that theory is Arnold. Gene is too far on the spectrum and might KO him. Yeah, I know. And now he's gonna be pissed because he's coming off a loss, you know? Andrew Tate spent 5 years talking about how he could have been UFC champion if he never got injured. And then bro could even be a YouTuber. Hey, Unc, big fan of How Do I Bitch Pill My Ass? Shut your ass up. Gaethje throws a calf kick. Oh, Patty's calf's already turning red, man. All jokes, though, I hope we don't get cooked results after this long break. I mean, it's no way to get cooked, right? Because if Justin Gaethje wins, ha ha ha, Patty Pimblett lost. If Patty wins, okay, we expected him to win. Thoughts on AJ training with Habib? Think it'll help his chances of not losing a loved one? All right, calm down, dude. Oh, yeah, by the way, Gaethje said he's happy Max knocked him out this morning because now he's an underdog and can have a satisfying win. That is new levels of cope. New levels of cope. Jared Sanchez, Jeff Neal versus Ian Gary. Ian Gary was school Jeff Neal. Jeff Neal's old. He's 35, but he's taking a lot of damage and winning a lot of wars. So, by the way, the takedown Fiziev landed on Gaethje wasn't really a takedown, but Rufus has so shit grappling that he got taken down by it. There you go. He's a white belt on the mat. October 11's your date, and you'll dance for me, boy. You'll dance for the owner. I'm going with Justine for the win. There's no way Patty wins this. He's too trash. I mean, to be fair, Patty did look amazing in his last fight. He looked a lot better against Chandler than Gaethje did, to be fair, Scrimpo, if you want to do MMA math. Remember when Neil 10-7 the Bum Law? Yeah, that was GOAT status. I loved it. Kevin Holland going to lock in because it's a fight for the ranking. Dude, every time Kevin Holland fights for the rankings, he gets his ass beat. He lost to D-Rod for crying out loud. Never pick Kevin Holland in your life. Yeah, feel. If you're betting on Kevin Holland to win any fight, you just love throwing away money because that guy's as inconsistent as they come. Yeah, he was sniffing Fiziev's ass, dude. Isn't it crazy how Justin Gaethje caught Fiziev with the same shot in round 2 in both fights? That uppercut, right? That's kind of crazy. Kevin Holland versus Nate Diaz for the bummest motherfucker. Okay. People forget, man, he KO'd Fluffy. Yeah, in what, 2018? 8 years ago? Different levels now, bro. Fluffy would cook him now. Patty has those Celtic warrior Irish genes. However, Justine has Latinx, Aztec, Mayan, sacrificial warrior genes, and he'll rip out Patty's heart for the sun god on the mountain of bones. My guy really just spent 30 seconds typing that up. That's insane work. But I can agree with that. You know what a 4570 is? Then shut the fuck up, then. You gonna tell me shut the fuck up? Yeah. Yeah, he made D-Rod be ranked in the top 15 at welterweight, which is insane, and we haven't seen D-Rod since. Bro must have got arrested for activities, we'll say. I'm kidding. Well, you never know. Snooze Fest, yeah. Snooze Fest was good, Adam. What you talking about, Snooze Fest? Gaethje winning is an absolute disaster. There would be zero hype for an Ilya fight because everyone knows Justin would die, so it wouldn't even be slightly exciting. I know we need Patty to win so he can face Orman or Ilya and actually lose to a good fighter. I have somehow became an O'Malley fan over the last year or two after wanting him to get his ass whooped for years. I can't help but like him now. What's the reason, Johnny? Now you think you just got the satisfaction of him losing like you wanted, and now you're like, well, no reason to hate the guy now. He lost. Rosenstrike got arrested for beating up his neighbor or some shit. Yeah, I saw he bit his neighbor after like an altercation. Very wild. Kevin Holland versus D-Rod for an empty off-brand cart would be on par with Avengers in. Yeah, okay. You may be curious as to why I've been rather verbose these past couple streams. I am training myself to nearly copy the way ChatGPT writes essays anecdotes. Why? My reasons are secret. And shut your AI ass up. A-ass. Wow. What am I saying? Joe Mama? I can't forget how when Kevin Holland was getting ragdolled by Cumshot, DC in the middle of the fight said, don't worry, guys, Kevin's a black belt. Like, bro, you do realize that there are a lot of black belts that get submitted all the time. Come on. Yeah, Tuxedos, he might, dude. He might have thought his neighbor was looking like a fresh three-piece from Popeyes, and he's like, oh, I got to take a bite of that, dude. You guys saw my thumbnail? Justin Gaethje's looking kind of chubby, dude. I don't know if you guys saw, but he's looking kind of chubby. Peep the thumbnail. Justin Gaethje ain't looking in the best shape. I kind of want to, not gonna lie, if Rosenstrike bites me, I might bust the way his bald head would feel my lovely, juicy African titty rubbing against my arm. What is wrong with you, sir? You need help. Bro is not chubby, but bro, yes he is. Look at him, bro. He's built like a bag of milk this fight. Come on, cuz. I know Justin Gaethje's never shredded, but bro, he's carrying a little flab on him. Ain't a good sign. He's looking 37. You know what I'm saying, dude? He's looking 37. I think him showing he isn't stupid or shallow as his image, he used to drive me crazy with his King's Throne and everything, but he showed he's a real fighter over the past few years. That's fair. I respect that. JG is my little cookie monster. Shut up. What are you even talking about? Justine has a negative canthal tilt. What does that mean? What is a canthal tilt? Enlighten me, Scrimpo. I'm uncultured. Enlighten me. Joe Rogan reminds me of Woody Toy. You have no idea? Then why'd you say it, you weirdo? Don't be scared. I heard it from Looks Maxer, so now I say it because it's really cool and funny. Any Looks Maxers in chat, boys? Subscribe to the channel if you're new. We're on the road to 7,000 subscribers for the third time. I've hit it twice already. This will be the third time. Who the fuck is that guy, yeah? Uncle Mally going into the rematch with Marab being so disciplined and then taking the loss like a man was another moment. That's fair. I thought he was going to win. I picked him, but Marab is just too much. That style matchup. You've been maximizing your looks? How's that been working for you? How many points have you climbed on the 1 to 10 look scale? Are you like a 5 and you're like a 7 now? Or are you like a 3 and you're like a 10? What kind of strides are you making, Scrimpo? The people must know. We must know. Have y'all tried penile mewing? Shut up. You gone from sub 3 to sub 5. All right, so we're making some progress. It's good. We're making some slight progress, you know? Maybe in a year we can make like sub 7. Take some time, you know? It's a marathon, not a sprint. You know what it is, dude. My balls was hot. Why? Why were they hot? They shouldn't be hot, dude. I've been trying to lose more weight. I'm being a 135-pound man at 5'6" isn't easy, but I'm purging now. So the bro's trying to be anorexic. What are you on about? Don't do that. I'm aiming for 85 pounds by J. Louis. No, dude, don't do that. Why did I have a little +1 thing here? What is this? Oh, I see. The right hand of Ilya Taporia. Very interesting name. He's just old and gross. People forget, man. Derek Lewis came in only one time with a 6-pack because he stopped drinking Dr. Pepper. It was that flying knee fight. See, dude, he could have been champion. What's up, Sager? Happy James Earl Ray Day. Shut up. Derek with a 6-pack will be legendary. Dude, Derek with a 6-pack at 41 years old. At heavyweight, dude, that's next level. Fuck what y'all talking about. USA up in this hoe. He call himself a man. He like to put his hands on women. So where Ronda Rousey fine ass at? Most knockouts in UFC history, boy. He has 15. Rank all these fighters from the Caucasus: Islam, Merab, Habib, Ilya, Magomed, Arman. We'll go Islam at 1. We'll go Habib at 2. We'll go Merab at 3. Ilya at 4. Arman at 5. Magomed at 6. There you go. That's my ranking. If Derek gets abs, he literally is one of 4 heavyweights with abs. Yep. Because Cyril Gahn, Tom Aspinall, Derek Lewis, and him. And, shit out loud. You get what I'm saying. Patrick Pimblett has been chosen by God. He is the sword of God, while God is the shield of Patrick Pimblett. Shut your bitch ass up, good. He scares the cuck out of Rogan. Damn, dude, my beard is chopped, boys. Magomed's going to Murad when he comes back. Yeah, but it doesn't matter, Johnny, because he's lost that Dagestani aura, Johnny. Because it was one thing to get beat by Paul Craig when he wasn't in his prime, set 8 years ago, right? On kind of a fluky win, but what Pereira did to him was no fluke. Pereira beat his ass. So now, even if he goes undefeated for the rest of his career, he has to live with Pereira beat my ass and pretty much made me quit on the ground. And you know what? I'm okay with that. If Funk starts streaming games, I'm going to stream snipe him. Shut up. Rank this UFC fight card. Main, Jan versus Umar. Co-main, Yuri Ankalaev. Features Tatsuro Taira Haraguchi, Talbot Cheeto Vera, Leon Nilmagny. Headline, Qatar. Oh, dude, for a fight night? Dude, that's like a 9 out of 10. That's a really good card for a fight night. That's a banger. 9 out of 10. I have looks maxing advice for the beard, Unk. What is it? You got to get it cut low and line it up and shave off the stash and the T. Dude, if I shaved off the stash, my wife would say I have a chin strap. You know? She don't want me to look Amish. Big Unk tap like chicken. Brother, Big Unk tap like beginning of year. He work at tire shop. End of the year, he tap like chicken. Crazy. Yeah, best stock for a fight night, dude. That's a 9 out of 10. That's a banger. Got to make it up for these Saudis at the UFC 323 disaster. I know. Because what the fuck was that? Moderate size, Unk. What? Unk, if I was there, not gonna lie, I'd line you the fuck up. Let's go, dude. What do you find more impressive, a 5-round clinic, 50-42, or a first-round domination that leads to a brutal finish? For me, it depends on the style of fight, but typically speaking, I do think a 1-round domination that leads to a brutal finish is more impressive, because I always think that finishing a fight is more impressive than fighting to decision. That's just me, though. People disagree with me. Of course, fighting to a decision is hard, right? It takes cardio and skills. But I just think if you're able to be so good that you say, you know what, I'm so good, I'm so much better than you, I'm going to show you you don't even belong in the same cage as me and finish you. I don't know. I've always think that that's more impressive. I'd be walking around like a marble statue. Okay. Unk, there is an asterisk next to that fight because Unk was injured ribs. He also didn't tap. Credit to Pereira for the performance, but that wasn't normal, Unk. Yeah, Johnny, I'm gonna chalk that up to cope, Johnny. Because guess what, Johnny? Whenever Pereira said he was injured going into the first Ankalaev fight, everybody said he was coping. And what is the first thing Ankalaev does and his coach does when they come out of the fight? They make excuses. Right away, they have insurance policies. Oh, his ribs were injured. Oh, and this and that. I don't think his ribs played a factor, dude. He got pressured. He got hit with a right hand over the top, and he folded. That's it. What's the most brutal fight you've ever seen? Most brutal fight I've ever seen. Probably Oralby versus what's his name? Rombetsky. Okay, if you had to fight one of us, which one you think would be the worst matchup for you? I don't know. Dude, I don't know what any of you guys look like. Probably everybody. Dude, I'm not a fighter. You used to sell weed in middle school? Cool. Same for me. That's why Ilya beating Charles in 2:27 is more impressive than Khamzat taking DDP to decision. I agree. Ilya's performance over Charles is more impressive than what Khamzat did to DDP, in my opinion. Because Ilya out-grappled Charles, right? He reversed the position in midair, put him in crucifix, and then got back on the feet and KO'd him. Khamzat just took down DDP, controlled him, round in, took down DDP, controlled him, round in, took down DDP. He just did the same thing over and over. The most brutal fight I've ever seen was this one lady who was trying to defend herself against her husband, and I watched him beat her into a pile of blood, and she got back up, defeated, and got into the court crying. That's insane. I'm being fair to both guys, but saying Pereira probably was affected by injury. He says about the first fight, but having that rib injury doesn't matter, and it was affecting him. All right, man. Well, he'll probably never get a trilogy, so that chapter's closed. You did nothing? Damn. Shame on you, man. People forget, man, DDP was closer to a finish than Khamzat. I mean, yeah, but was he really close to a finish, you know? I get what you're saying. First UFC fighter that comes to mind. Great grappling, but no submission. Aljamain Sterling, without a fucking doubt, dude. Aljamain Sterling is that exactly. Best doc, there's not a better example, best doc in Canada. There's not a better example than Aljamain Sterling. There really isn't. He hasn't had a submission in going on 6 years. And yeah, that's my answer. Most brutal fight I've seen was Figueiredo Benavides. Yeah, that was brutal. Have Gable debut against Derek Lewis to knock him out for that bullshit name alone. I know, right? Gable Steveson. So stupid. I hate his last name. People forget, man, he submitted the beakers and test tubes, Corey Sandhagen. Yeah, back in the fucking Stone Age, dude. Back during COVID times. This ain't the Stone Age anymore. But they do forget, man. Aljamain Sterling submitted beakers and test tubes, man. He was on a different level back in 2020, dude. I once had a rib injury from a baseball game when I dove for the ball, missed the ball, landed it on my ribs. It effed me up for a year. I'm a tough guy, but extremely painful. Yeah, it's painful, Johnny, but if it was that painful, he could have pulled out. He chose to fight. Then if you choose to fight, then that's what it is. You fight with an injury and you lose. That's it. The description fits what happened with JBJ has done to his wife. Damn. Or Shavcock rocked my nuts. Apparently the reason Shavcock's been out so long is because his knee, he has like no MCL or some shit. No, there's a ligament that's like completely gone in his knee, and it causes like a lot of injuries there every time he fights. So it causes him to be out for a long. I don't know, some shit with his knee. His knees are like fucked. Aljamain's submission game is overrated. He doesn't even have a submission game, dude. Aljamain Sterling has no submissions in the last half decade. So I don't even consider him to have a submission game anymore. He's just a good grappler. He's not a good submission artist. He's a good grappler. That's it. He has solid wrestling. He can get to the back, and he can't finish the fight. That's what he does all the time. And he's not confident in his grappling because whenever he fought Ortega, he didn't want to take the fight to the ground because he knew Ortega was dangerous there. So he just kept it on the feet and had one of the most boring 5-round snoozers I've ever watched in my entire life. You know? but you get it. I once saw a man by the name of Ox his son's ears off for not fetching a bucket of water for his mammy who was in labor. They had two red haired. Bro, where do you get this shit, bro? You just asking ChatGPT for random shit to put in a stream. The Rock just did a movie about Mark Kerr, the smashing machine, but his brother wasn't having it. Yeah, nice try, Atomic. Nice try, Atomic. I'm too crafty, bro. You can't catch me with that. Maybe when I first started YouTube, that would have got me, but not today. Him and Gilbert Burns, everyone says they're dangerous at submissions and how you don't want to go to the ground with them. I know. Gilbert Burns has like one submission like the last decade against Neil Magny, right? You've done it. All of this is off the dome. I am one with AI. Oh, okay. Off the dome, off the dizzy. You cannot tell us apart. What the fuck? What am I reading, dude? Subscribe to the channel, boys. Subscribe if you're not subscribed. Now the first phase of my plan must spring into action. I'll show you a spring. Tricky stuff. Don't worry, Bunny. Every group chat needs a little out of pocket, dude. I know. They just do. Gaethje via third round doctor stoppage? That'd be something. We've had some weird shit. Am I still picking Patty? Yes, I'm picking Patty. So if you guys want to go with the Unk curse, as they call it, pick the opposite fighter. People forget, man, Tai Shuivasa KO'd Derek Lewis out cold, man. Yeah, he elbowed him and Derek Lewis face planted. That was it. That was the last time he won a fight, dude. 2022. We're going on 4 years since Tuivasa's won a fight. He's on a 5-fight losing streak. If he loses his next one, they got to cut him. You can't go on a 6-fight losing streak with no wins in 4 years and stay in the UFC. That'd be insane. I mean, we're talking about the best of the best. I still find it funny that every win in Jeltsin's career was a finish, and the only guy he doesn't finish was losing streak Derek Lewis, who got finished by Sergey Spivak and Tai Tuivasa. Yeah, Daki Darno. The issue with that, the reason people don't like Jelton Almeida, look at the fight with Volkov. He lost that fight. He deserves to lose that fight. Dude, what was he doing in that fight, Daki? He didn't do nothing, dude. He just laid on top. I'm so glad he lost that fight. They should not have rewarded that ridiculous fight style, and they didn't. I was so happy he lost. Boss makes $1, I make a dime. That's why I shit on company. Howdy. Okay. O'Malley, Corey ain't never happening? Probably not. Bartholomew Plainview was the boy's name, a child born in an oil field, as his father was, and so on forth. Oil was his Bartholomew. Okay, I'm not reading that shit, dude. Hot take, best way to stay in the top 10 of heavyweight is to go on a 5-fight losing streak and train Planet Fitness. You got it. You got it. Which divisions do I think will have a new champion by the end of the year? I think flyweight will have a new champion. I think Joshua Van will either lose to Tyra or Pantoja in the rematch. Bantamweight, I think Bantamweight will have a new champion. I think Jan will get defeated by Umar or Marab in a rematch. Featherweight, I think Featherweight's going to have a new champion as well. I think Volk's going to lose. Lightweight, I think Taporia will keep the belt in lightweight. Welterweight, I think Islam will keep the belt. Middleweight, I think Khamzat will keep the belt. Light heavyweight, I think we're going to see a new champion because Alex probably moves up to heavyweight, not because he loses. And heavyweight, I think we'll see a new champion. They're probably going to strip Tom or something. So I think the first 3 divisions are going to change. Randy Brown's so tall, he's definitely... Okay. Come on, Atomic, dude. You're a rookie. His hobbies included... Okay, I'm not reading that. It's guys like Rare Thinker who do what Scrimpo does to the point where it becomes annoying. But Scrimpo knows how to not be annoying. There you go. Hot take, GSP's overrated. That's a cold take, brother. A lot of people say GSP's overrated. That take's colder than ice. I don't know. Prime Diaz versus current Protests. Johnny, I'll go Diaz by decision because I don't think Protest would be able to finish Diaz. I know he has crazy power, but Nick Diaz in his prime with his chin, dude, was crazy. And I feel like he could frustrate Protest. I don't know. That's one. I know I normally go with the new head, but I'm going to pick Diaz. It's a good fight, though. I'm talking about like the Diaz that was like on the 11 fight run in Strikeforce though. Obviously not any Diaz in the last 10 years. It's colder than absolute zero temperature. Okay. GSP ain't the GOAT. Marab passed him by beating Corey. Calm down. Calm your tits, bud. Calm it down. Calm it down. What's up, Retro? What's up? What's good? What's up? Did you see Ngannou punch Speed? No, I didn't. What was his reaction? Speed has been going around the world again. He's been going to different countries. I saw clips. Yeah. Why is Patty's posture so shit? From all them milkshakes, dude. I don't know. SYD is planted to the ground. He better bring his wrestling shoes if he wants to win. Keeping on the feet with Sean gets him slowly picked apart. Yeah, probably. Tell me this fight isn't fire, and I agree with you. Diaz would frustrate him, not let Carlos walk him down like he does with guys who are afraid of him. Yeah, that would be a fire fight, but yeah. I hate the way Nick Diaz's career ended. So unfortunate, man. I feel like the UFC wasted his prime and then kind of went down a dark turn after that. After that Silva fight in 2015. I'm wishing on a star for Allen. You're going to need to. There's one streamer named Oblivion that said Muay Thai is fake. Like, what about it is fake? What are they claiming is fake specifically? I've got my lucky rabbit's foot, 4-leaf clover, and an enslaved gnome with me just to ensure the win. Good luck, man. Good luck. Two bums fighting for participation belt. Yeah. Speed action to teach him how to fight. He just punched him in the stomach. Damn. People forget, man. Ngannou's going to be 40 years old this year. The last time Allen fought was when Leon was champ. Crazy. Yeah, because he fights like once every year and a half, dude. Arnold Allen's been in the UFC since 2015, so 11 years, and he has 13 fights. So he fights barely once a year. Herb Dean watching McGregor beat up Cowboy on the ground and doing nothing about it. Someone should stop this fight. Yep. I mean, he stopped it in 40 seconds, to be fair. People forget, man, a young Nick Diaz knocked Robbie Lawler out. Yep. Yeah. He said if you use Muay Thai in the streets, you'll get your ass beat. I mean, Atomic says 5 leg kicks from Gaethje or 1 body shot from Francis. I'm going 5 leg kicks from Gaethje. I don't think leg kicks are as painful as body. Like leg kicks are just like pure pain, right? Like the worst that can happen, obviously he can break my leg, but like assuming he doesn't break my leg, the worst that can happen is that my leg's just going to swell up really bad. It's going to have whelps and it's just going to go completely numb. If Ngannou hits me with a body shot, dude, he's probably breaking some ribs. So I'm definitely going to go with 5 leg kicks. No, Viet, I have not. Nick's life's been chaotic for a while, and the marijuana suspension and injuries caused the last years of fighting to look bad compared to how things would have been with healthy. I know. It's depressing, Johnny. I wish we could have saw a different result. I'm happy his brother Nate got the bag, but it's unfortunate the way his career ended. He's an idiot, though. One of those street wannabe dudes, which is lame. Yeah, dude, let's give up the Hood Street Act in 2026, dude. That shit's played out. People forget, man, Darren Till and Trayshawn Gore are virtually identical. Sure. Sure, man. Whatever you say. I'll take your word for it. Sure. Hood culture was lame in 80s, 90s, and it's lame now. Yep. Yep. Isabella Sermon 12. Dent? You mean dent? Dent what? Put up side by side of what? You can hear me like a whale? What on earth? What are these people yapping about in the chat? Bilal's daughter was born? Or is that a joke? Let's be honest, the Diaz brothers had the Bilbo Baggins fan base in the sense that their fans were only fans because they were pity the Diaz's. Probably. I'm at Harvey 51 from Batman. Oh, okay. I honestly have no idea what you're talking about. I'm lost. I'm cooked. 1-4 in his last 5. People picking Alex Perez over the size maxer prospect killer Charles Johnson. Yeah, dude, Alex Perez is past his prime. He's cooked. Side by side of Darren Till and Trayshawn? Nah, not right now. Not right now. Virtually identical. The movie The Dark Knight. I don't watch movies. Andrew Tate talking about fighting reminds me of that one uncle who in high school played basketball and says they'd be in the NBA if they kept playing. Oh, dude, that's so accurate. That's so accurate. I'm glad Tracy Cortez got subbed hard in prelims in 322 after the disrespect. Yeah, right? Tracy Cortez was talking about how she didn't know Islam was the main event. Like, bro, calm down. Who are you? A 7 at best is what you are. Guys who don't get Nick Diaz just don't get it. Yeah, dude, watch Nick Diaz highlights from 2002 to 2011, dude. And you see some real shit, okay? Scousers don't get knocked out, mate. I'm a scouser. We don't get knocked out. I take that shit all day. There's so many guys in my hometown who peaked in high school. Dude, that's everywhere. Half my fucking high school peaked in high school. I already saw that, Wakas. I saw Nick Diaz's scrappy do ass fighting style. That ain't cool. Okay. Scrappy do. A table knockout Pelaev and pull out 50 seconds on mark. In 50 seconds, mark my words. All right, bro. I'm gonna mark in your words. I remember that. You feel like Andrew Tate peaked at 25 years old? I don't think I had a peak. I don't think I've reached my peak. I still feel like I'm climbing the mountain, you know? My peak is whenever I do YouTube full time and I can take care of me and my wife more comfortably. You peek through my window. Nick Diaz had to let me had him Uncle Scoob ass punches. Dude, calm down, dude. Calm down. That boy cold. What the? Showtime? Anthony Showtime Pettis. Anthony or Andrew Tate spent the last 5 years talking about how he'd be UFC champion if he didn't got injured and he lost to Chase Demore. Imagine losing to fucking Chase Demore, dude. Couldn't be me. Fucking Chase Demore, dude. Andrew talked to guys. Oh, mass walking. What the fuck, dude? Andrew Tate beats fighters who are in plumbing industry. Him saying he would beat Cerrone is like calling yourself a marine biologist because you watch SpongeBob. Bro couldn't even beat Chase Demore. That's crazy. Like, bro, I would beat Chase Demore's ass. No, I wouldn't, but you get the point. You're supposed to be this Mr. Big Shit, right? And you're not, bro. You're not him. Tate reminds me of old students from my school who said they'd be an all-black rugby team if they never got injured or something. Oh, boy. Andrew Tiggity Tate. That bald fuck. Jake Paul has a better resume than Tate, and half his guys were abroad. Yep. Indeed. 11-19. What about it? Patty vaping, Justin dabbing. We are so back, man. They always talk about their high school sports careers like they were professionals. Like, bro, it's high school. Calm down. Tate always talks about his kickboxing career like he was having big negotiations with Dana White and beating world champions. Like, calm down, bro. Nobody even knows the promotion you fought for. Umar versus Figueiredo should be on the main card, in my opinion. Fuck a woman's fight. Peso the ruler. I think the reason they're putting it on the headline of the prelims is because the prelims are going to air on CBS, which is like regular TV. So the most people are going to see the prelim fight because it's going to be on CBS where everybody who has TV can watch it. So they want a really big fight. If they put the women's fight on there, it's not going to get as many viewers. So I think that's why they're doing it. Because they want the most amount of people to see a high level fight. Could be smart, could work. 13, 18, 19. What are you counting? Isabella Sermon, why are you being weird? Why are you on some, like, I don't know, some weird shit? Hot take, high school sports are actually amazing because the athletes aren't recruited or paid to play for their teams. It's purity of competition. That is true, Johnny. I do like how it's completely rooted in competition and not driven by money or status or any of that bullshit. I agree. I like that. A good take. That's a good take. Yeah. Feel, yeah. Vent. What are we doing? I also laugh when the old students from my school who went in there in the 80s, 90s come back to watch our rugby team play every week. I keep forgetting you're from New Zealand. Umar by sub, I could see it. Rose versus Silva, stinker of the night. Lock it in. That's a piss break if I've ever seen one, dude. A Rose Namajunas fight in the Big 26, dude. Come on. Jake said he wants to fight Habib in MMA. Yeah, of course he does. I'm sure. Big fan of the Lord of the Rings in New Zealand. Shout out to New Zealand, dude. One of the better countries. He's not counting those are coordinates to buried treasure. Oh, okay. I got it. Yo, what's up, Owen? In the first Hobbit movie in the second half of the second. What are you yapping about, Scrimpo? Scrimpo's in rare form tonight, dude. In New Zealand, their schools can pay rugby players to go there. Every big sporting school here has a boarding hostel. That's interesting. And then Nashty, I don't know who that is, dude. Excuse me. You remember, I don't know, McCoy typing to us from Rohan? Yeah, pretty much. Lewis versus Waldo prediction? I'm going to go Waldo by boring decision. I like the unexpected journey, but only the second half of Desolation of... Okay. We live in cities you'd never see on the screen. Not very pretty, but we sure know how to run things. What? Retro, shut up, dude. What the fuck are you yapping about, bro? What are all of you guys yapping about? Half these damn chats don't make any sense. What the fuck is going on in this chat, dude? Imagine thinking Big Rufus beats Patty, dude. Imagine thinking Rufus beats Patty, dude. What the fuck? Eh. It looks like Rufus might have staph on his neck, dude. Lyrics. Okay. Justine's gonna school pimples. Lewis already leaked the script. First round sub. Patty subs him. Amir, I agree. Patty by sub or TKO. He might catch Justin on the feet. People liking Gaethje because they don't like Patty. Easy as that. Well, Owen Mania, I don't like either fighter, to be fair. I'm not a fan of Gaethje or Patty. So, but I'm picking Patty to win off skills. Is the UFC going to be better this year? I don't know, Sager. We're going to have to play it out with Paramount. I don't know how I feel. I'll get back to you in January in 2027. Johnny Monday, I'm typing from Pakistan. Patty Loki knocks out Gaethje on the feet. I think people are underestimating Patty on the feet against Gaethje. I think he's going to have more success than people want to admit. I don't know if I don't think he's going to knock him out, but I think he's going to have more success than people think. You're staying at Habibi's house right now? Nice, dude. How's that going for you? I've got Patty because of youth and it being his time, but too many are underestimating Gaethje. He's a warrior. He is a warrior, but he's going to lose. Bobby Green is the only king who lost to Patty and has 17 L's. Bobby Green got embarrassed. I know, right? At least the UFC's going to back-to-back events for not having UFC for what, 5.5 weeks? You prefer ESPN over Paramount? Why? Why? What do you like better about ESPN? Owen says FSPN, ESPN. Yeah, but it's an older Gaethje, right? Peso? Mm. Bro said I'm doggy paddling. That's crazy. You're doggy styling. Respect, respect. What's up, Vitality MMA? What's up, cuz? You want spaghetti now? Sorry, bro. I didn't mean to do you like that, bro. I think Patty's trying to prove a point on the feet and he's going to get caught. Gaethje's hands are underrated. His improvement to last fight shown his, but his ground game is zero. We'll see. Okay, if they found your DNA at a crime scene, would you rather it be blood or nut? Shut up. Just stop, dude. It's the remix to Ignition, hot and fresh out the kitchen. Mama rolling that body, got every man in her vision. I think he does, Johnny. Vitality, who you picking for the main event? Like how I thought about it for 5 seconds. Fuck off, dude. Imagine Emmett wins. All right, boys, I'm going to do it. I'm going to give you guys my predictions for UFC 324 right here, right now. Let's go to the UFC website. Got every man in here wishing, sipping on coke and rum. I'm like, so what? I'm drunk. It's the freaking weekend, baby. I'm about to have me some fun. You're from the UK, Patty all day. Yes, sir, Patty Pimblett. All right, here we go. Gaethje versus Pimblett. Here's my pick. I think Patty Pimblett is going to defeat Justin Gaethje by a TKO or submission in the second or third round. I think Song Yadong or Sean O'Malley is going to decision Song Yadong. Song Yadong's tough. I think O'Malley will win a decision and just outstrike him over 3 rounds. Cortez Acosta versus Derek Lewis. I think Waldo Cortez Acosta is going to get a TKO win in the second or third round. Natalia Silva, I think she's going to 30-27 Rose Namajunas. Rose sucks whenever she's not under Whitman, and Pat Barry's a terrible coach. I think Gene Silva is going to TKO Arnold Allen. Allen never fights. He's old. No, he's not old. He's brittle. He's inactive. No offense to Vitality. No offense to Allen, but I got Silva. You can separate the art from the artist, McCoy. Umar versus Figgy. Dude, Umar is a negative 1,400 favorite over Figueiredo. Did you guys see that? A 14-1 favorite is crazy. I am picking Umar, but dude, plus 800 for Figgy and negative 1,400 for Umar is nuts. Oh, did you guys know the odds were that crazy for Umar? That's insane. Like, I get it. He's going to win, like most likely, but dude, negative 1,400 is crazy. Imagine if Figgy chins him, dude. He was injured in the Sandhagen fight? Yeah, but I don't know. Bro's definitely an R. Kelly fan. Dude, Ateba Gauthier isn't even as big of a favorite over Andre Puliev than Umar is over Figueiredo. Ateba Gauthier is a negative 1,000. Umar's a negative 1,400. That is crazy. Of course, I'm picking Ateba Gauthier by first round KO. Nikita Krylov versus Modestas Bukauskas. I'm going to go with Bukauskas. Krylov seems like he's kind of on a downward spiral. Bukauskas by TKO. Perez versus Johnson. I'm going with Johnson by decision. Michael Johnson versus Alexander Hernandez. I'm picking Alexander Hernandez. I think Michael Johnson's time is up. Josh Hokett versus Denzel Freeman. I'm going to go with Josh Hokett. Denzel Freeman looks like fucking Carlton from Fresh Prince. Ricky Tercio sucks, so I'm going with Cameron Smotherman by decision. And Adam Fugit versus Ty Miller. I'm going to go with Ty Miller by whatever he wants. There you go. Thank you. What's up, Mixed Martial Artist 1? What's up? How we coming? It's the remix to Ignition, hot and spicy McChicken. Mama said we ain't stopping because we got food in the kitchen. I look like Arnold Allen. Well, I normally get that I look like Bryce Mitchell. So I guess Arnold Allen is a step up. McCoy, bro, you said that like 5 times now. You can separate the art from the artist. There are plenty of artists where I don't disagree with half the shit they did, but I still listen to their music, bro. You don't have to be a pedo or a psycho like R. Kelly in order to enjoy a song. Calm down, buddy. Not that deep. No offense. Uncle Diddy fan? No, I'm not a Diddy fan, dude. Arnold Allen's more handsome than Bryce? Thank you, bro. Thank you. Are DC and Poirier your fave fighters because Louisiana number 1? No. I like Poirier. DC's all right. But not my favorite fighters. R. Kelly's tearing his family apart. Best rapper out now is right now is Kanye. Bro, shut up. Kanye ain't doing shit right now. It's yay now, actually. Okay. Bryce, the type of guy to go fishing with? Dude, I thought Guru was kidding when he said that he would go fishing with Bryce. He actually went fishing with Bryce. Respect. Got you and Fuentes pulled up split screen. And this is the thing about Candace Owens, guys. Candace Owens is a fucking idiot. I mean, she's been fucking rambling about Charlie Kirk. That's how fucking Nick Fuentes talks. Sorry, I had to. Selena, yo, haha, what's up, Paramount CEO MMA guy with a suit that has steak and lobster every night but still complains due to an MMA community draining his ball. What the fuck? What's up? Thoughts on Tate folding? Embarrassing. Embarrassing. Wouldn't recommend it. Fuentes is my favorite Mexican. No, okay. I'm gonna go fishing, Bryce. I'm like, so what? I'm high. It's a freaking Monday, baby. I'm about to have me some Sprite. Bro is not a rapper. Bro is not a rapper. Underrated Fuentes impressions. And then you got fucking Candace Owens. I mean, Candace Owens. Who you got for Tate versus anorexic Chow with cerebral palsy? I'm going with the anorexic Chow with cerebral palsy by decision, for sure. Boys, hairline check. 30 years old, by the way. Hairline still undefeated. Hey, love. She don't see me. He has a good physique, but he's a featherweight. Who is he? Who am I, since I have the least glazing community that surprisingly gets slimed out of a main UFC server on Cord? I don't know. What's your name? Evloev Jr.? I'm not a rapper. I'm an R&B artist. Oh, okay. That's a 5-head? Nah, bro, my forehead's actually pretty normal size. I mean, anybody that you pull their fucking hair back, their forehead's gonna look big. I have a normal forehead. It's not even that big. But dude, my hairline is sick, dude. I mean, look at this shit, dude. This shit's beautiful. Either way. Thoughts on Kaisa not reading? Don't care. Which UFC fighter would you match make Nick Fuentes with? We'll go. We'll put him against Moicano. Oh shit. Nick Fuentes versus Ben Shapiro. Yeah. Israel Shapiro. Ben Shapiro. Moicano say easy money. Dan Hooker, easy money. Patty Pimbley, easy money. Islam Makhachev, not so easy money, my brother. Nick Fuentes versus Gene Silva, our Israeli warrior. Netanyahu will be the referee. Joined a server called Only Trans, and it's worse than walking into a hot dog factory to see how wieners are made. Started talking about MMA, and over 9 people started begging kids to ban me. That's crazy. Dude, you barely go live now. Tim, what do you mean, Tim? I've been live 4 out of the last 6 days, bro. Keep up, Tim. You barely come in the streams, buddy. How about that? And with that being said, we just hit an hour on the stream, and it's 10:18 p.m., and I got work in the morning. So I'm out of here, boys. You guys have a good night. Take it easy. Love you guys. Subscribe to the channel if you're new. All that good shit, bro. I'm on the road to 7,000 subscribers, dude. Trust me. Unc, I love you. I love you too, Pookie. Good night. Peace. Don't let the bed bugs bite, because that's my job. Peace. Yeah. Uncle Legend. Thank you, Vitality, bro. Hope you have a good night or a good day. You're in London, so it's like what, 4:19, or you're in the UK, 4:19 p.m. or a.m. 4:19 a.m. 6 hours ahead, right? You guys take it easy. 4 a.m. Yes, sir. They took down the Tito Ortiz channel, huh? Yo, Furious. I definitely exaggerated a bit. He's not chubby, but he is not in as good of shape as he has been in past fights. I think that's fair to say. If you look at his physique leading into the fight. Thank you, Tim.